All right, everyone, welcome back to day 3 of From Soul to Syllabus. We are diving in. So, day 3 is here. We have already grounded the vision. We have already started to I'm sorry. That's not what we've done. That's what we're doing today. We're going to ground the vision. We're going to remove tech fear that most people have. We're going to make it feel doable. We are going to create urgency and teach you how to do that. And we're gonna do this without feeling pushy. Who likes that? We don't need to be pushy about things because when you have done something that's in alignment with you and in alignment with your energy field, people just pick it up and they will just start to come to you for that. So, day 3 is all about from syllabus to launch. Okay? So, I want you to take a breath. And now I'll tell you what we've done in the last few days. So far in this process, in day 1 and 2, you have identified what you're meant to teach, and I can't wait to hear from you guys, especially I love the Q&As and the women who stay after for the Q&As, and I get to hear from you and what's coming through. It's like, oh, so good. Again, if you're hearing this, go get in the school so you can watch the Q&As. Right now, they've been like 40-minute, I think the other one was like 30 minutes. One was 40 minutes. It's just so good to hear from real women who are doing real things and not just me sitting up here and teaching at you. So if you want to hear what women are up to, go into the school, then you can catch those replays. So we've identified what we're meant to teach. We've defined your transformation, or you're getting more and more clear about the transformation, especially after yesterday's call. You've structured your modules. We've broken them into lessons. Can't wait to hear from you guys over the next couple of weeks for the women that are in the school on our Friday calls or our Mastermind Tuesday calls, what this did for you, what this looks like for you. Oh, so excited. And then chosen a format, maybe thinking about how you want to deliver this, right? Most people sit on this work for years. So congratulate yourself because you've already gone farther than most people who have an idea to do this or have a desire, a need to do something about it. But you did it anyways. So now we are going to move forward from this could be something to this is happening. That's the shift we want to experience today. So here's the truth about why courses never launch. I want to tell you why most courses never leave the Google Doc, right? The Notes app, your notebook. It's not a lack of intelligence, it's not a lack of worthiness. It's usually three things. Tech overwhelm. This blocks women so hard. Even just thinking about what you have to do and then not knowing about the systems, or maybe you've seen the systems, but you don't understand how they work. Maybe you know exactly what you need to do, but then you have to buy it and learn it. Anyone who's been around the block with this, there is a learning curve per piece of technology. It is brutal. This is honestly why I have a huge portion of why I have Daydream Business School. Women are allowed to bring me any one of their tech blocks. Not only can they bring it on Fridays and work with me, hot seat coaching, Q&A, whatever they need to work it out, but they can also bring it to the chat and other women can help them. And women dive in and jump in that have had that block, use this system, can answer this question. It's brilliant. We all are using so many different things. So, but tech overwhelm for a woman who is just sitting there on her own trying to put something like this together, has no idea what to do, and then starts like Googling a bunch of different things that she needs. And it's not even one thing. It's like the 5 things that you think you need, the 10 things you're going to eventually need to make this all work. Like that overwhelms people so much they'll never do it. I think it's one of the best things I can do in my school is to provide tech support overwhelm, right? And usually what I do is if I don't know what you're talking about, I'll go research it real quick and come back to you. So I'm glad that we are going to overcome some of this in today's call. Not too much, but enough that we'll be able to keep you moving, answer some questions that are floating around in your head, keeping you blocked so that you can take a step forward. Another thing that is why another reason why courses don't launch is perfectionism. Women that feel like the thing has got to be perfect, and you really stay in that creation mode in the laboratory mode of the thing you're making, trying to make it perfect to someday launch it. But what you're doing is a sabotage. You're self-sabotaging yourself because the only way to make something perfect is to test it, right? And the only way to test it is to get it out of you, away from you and into the world, being tested by real people. So perfectionism may sound like, no, I want everything to be perfect, but deep down inside, it's way, way deeper than that. It's the fact that you might not all want it to go out into the world at all because you'll be criticized and people will have opinions and people will judge you. I love to tell my clients that's going to happen anyway. You can't stop that. Humans are judgmental. You're judgmental. My God, you judge people all the time. Please. I would love for a woman to raise her hand and say she's not judgmental. We are judging people like hundreds of times in a day, thousands of times. So we're judgmental people. But if we let that block us, it's like let them. What how I receive that is I go every time someone thinks about me, my work, they're giving me energy. It's energy in the bank. I will cash that check. I want you thinking about me. I want you thinking about what I'm launching. I want you thinking about that video that annoys you that I put up my 5th video of the day. I receive. I fucking receive. Thank you. Cashing that check to the bank, skipping down the fucking block to the bank with that check, right? It's energy. Let people judge you. The other thing with that is they're spending their pure source energy on you. It's like kind of magical. Let people judge you. Let people spend their pure source energy. Like, for example, this doesn't have to do with perfectionism, but I'll give it since I'm talking about the subject anyway. And I'm saying this because these are all the blocks that women have in their head. One of our clients shared in the group yesterday that she had a little troll energy on her post. It wasn't bad, but two of the moms started to go back and forth talking to each other on this post about how she's just trying to get people to sign up for her thing and how it sounds like an MLM and Lexi's pissed. I'll say it's her. It's fine. She doesn't care. And she's like annoyed. She's like, this isn't a MLM. She's like, I've got a fucking master's degree. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, no, I've got a center for this. I've got a gym. Like, and it was so good that, like she crafted a beautiful response and didn't reach out to those women because I was like, don't give them your energy, but stand in your authenticity. And you can share that as a comment on here, meaning like why she's doing it, what she went through, a bit of her journey and how she got to where she is, you know? And what I was saying to her, I was like, listen, these two women are going back and forth. I said, if you have time in this day and age to sit on a community Facebook post going back and forth talking shit about another person, like, bitch, get a life, get a job, get a hobby, do something. I said, these women need prayers. These women need purpose. To be that bored with your life that that's where you're getting attention, right? And it just hit for Lexi, hit for me, like I don't have time for that. Do y'all have time for that? No, no. So again, back to the energy. They were giving her the best part is every single time they wrote a comment, it bumped the algorithm of the post and drew more people to it. It's all great. It's at the end of the day, it's all energy in the bank. It's all people giving you attention, right? It's a bumping up of your algorithms. Then the other thing is, I guess we're talking haters. LOL. I should put a fourth part over here. Why courses never launch. Haters, right? Some of my teachers, I love their haters so much. It's like they love their haters because when you hate on someone, when you talk shit about someone, what does everyone do? You go look up the person. That is human curiosity. Someone's talking shit about someone, you go look. I have gotten friends and clients this way. But people talking shit about me, and then they look at me and they're like, wait, I kind of like her. Same thing happens with my teachers. And they sign up. People sign up and they're like, actually, I really like her. That's your opinion, not mine. Right? So I don't have the time to edit this and add in step 4 haters, LOL, but that's one of them. So we've got tech overwhelm, perfectionism. Then I said haters. The other one is isolation. Isolation, right? You keeping it to yourself, you being isolated, not talking about it, not sharing it with anyone. It's really hard to get something out of. Listen, I understand there is like, I have mad scientist mode and I need to do something. I need to create something. I'm inventing something. I'm making something. I get into my lab and I'm like, no one bother me. But at some point, I have to bring it out into the light. I have to bring it out into the light of day. A good example of this is I am not launching this book in isolation. I have been talking about it. I've been writing and working on it since the spring of 2023. We're about to be spring of 2026 within weeks now. Okay. 3 years. But I have steamrolled talking about it since repicking the book back up Thanksgiving 2025 to write the fourth draft. I am talking about so much. I'm nowhere near publication. Back in November, I was nowhere near publication. I was talking about the whole time. I will not let it sit in isolation. At this point, now when I make posts, I have women I haven't heard from in years that aren't even doing entrepreneur stuff saying, I can't wait for your book to come out. I'm so excited for you. I'm like, yes, yes. Like, it's too big of a project for me to sit in isolation. I need to talk about it. Right now, my editor just started working on it. Oh my God, heart attack. Can't even fucking tell you guys. I don't have the time for it. I'll talk to my daydream business school. Will get all the back end of it, but 50 comments within the first hour of her editing it. I was like, "Oh, baby, we are fucking on." And I can see when she edits it because I get notifications on comments for it. So I'm like, and I've got my work cut out for me, and so does she, right? But it's good. It's needed. Like, the book is good, she said, and we're going to work on it and make it be so good. I can't let it live in isolation. I now have another expert's eyes on it, right? I have a whole design team making the cover. I'm not letting it live in isolation. I need this thing to breathe. I need this thing to have light on it. It's called Launch Your Light, for God's sakes. I can't just do this by myself. All right. So I hope you can take at least these four things real quickly that I've just given you little stories on about how many women where their ideas and their launches and their dreams and their visions just literally they never launch. I am here to help you launch. It's one of my favorite things to do. The book is called Launch Your Light. I love launching, and I am here to help you overcome all of the emotional blocks. And like in the embodied entrepreneur that I teach you to go over the top blocks that female entrepreneurs face in their bodies to getting their work out onto the world. It's some of the most important work I do, right? Your work is needed. It's time. All right, let's move on. So people think I need the perfect platform. I need a professional video. I need branding. I need to feel 100% ready. No, you don't. You'll never feel 100% ready. Nothing will get done until you feel 100% ready. You're usually not going to feel 100% ready till it's out and you've stepped into the embodiment of the person who does the thing. Like, I probably won't feel ready and like an author, you know what I mean? Like, feel like a published author until like probably a few weeks after I launch it, to be completely honest. It's gonna take some time. Now, is that stopping me from embodying it now? No. I talk about being an author all the time. I talk about this all the time. I talk about how many books I'm going to sell, what my goal is for 3 days, what my goal is for a year, what my goal is every year for these books, how many countries I want it in. I'm not letting that, so I'm pulling the embodiment into me now. But we are on, in the third dimension on planet Earth. And sometimes it goes like this, right? You can pull in the future self and embody the vision and embody the version of you that is that person who launches courses, let's say. But also, the old can linger on for a little bit. You know what I mean? Have you ever had like just a little bit of evidence of your old self hanging around, some old behaviors, and you catch yourself and you're like, oh, that's kind of like old me? So, and there's a big like crossover right before the full embodiment is here. People get stuck there. So I believe what you do need is clarity, a container, a deadline, and support. So let's go into simplifying some tech for you. Let me make this easy. Your course can live in Zoom. Zoom meaning Yes, it's its own it's subscription based. There's a free version. I think with the free version, you can have up to 40 minutes. I don't know if you can I don't know the limits with the free one, so I don't wanna say anything on this recording because they change their stuff all the time. There is a free Zoom, but the paid one is like $15, so we just go for that, okay? Like, if you're gonna be doing this and you want replays. For those that don't have a lot of recordings in there, they give you data and they give you storage. For a little bit, it can fill up quickly, but you could house a few things there. Meaning, let's say you did your own 1 hour thing, or like, let's say you did a 6-part process for a course. You could let them live there until you figure out what you're doing and where you're keeping them or downloading them to your computer, right? And give people the links to watch straight to that Zoom recording. So for someone I'm saying this so simply because you might be like, "That's, like, old school," or, "That's so simple." I'm like, I want someone on this call today that hasn't ever seen me before or hasn't, like, heard this before to go, "Oh, I could house a few calls on Zoom for a while until I either figure out how to download them onto my own hard drive onto the computer, or 2, my next one is a Google Drive folder. If you have a Gmail account, I urge you to go look at all of the applications you have in the Google Drive. I'm obsessed with the Google tools. You can literally have that Zoom call, go onto your computer, and then upload it to a Google Drive folder, making it accessible via link for someone watching. You could have your replays just sit in a private Google Drive folder. That's it. You don't have to go get Kajabi for $250 a month, right? I'm trying to make this very simple for those who need to hear it. The next step up would be a private membership platform like Kajabi, now at 250. So like I'm not sending people there. Podia, Circles is another one. Circle is a good one. I looked into all that. Some of my teachers have that. I use Funnel. I go through Funnel Gorgeous, which is white labeled through Go High Level. I know that's a lot of words right now. But I mentor people who want to. I have an affiliate link, and if you sign up with my affiliate link, I will mentor you through signing up your whole process. I pay 120 a month for that and 20 extra dollars for their mail service. So it's 140. But as you can see from Kajabi, it's like half the price of that. What I get with my Go High Level membership is all of the emailing I ever need to do and the contacts, all automations. When you see someone, when you have a 10-part automation series or a 3-part or a 20-part automation series, I get all that. All of my emailing, my newsletters, everything. So it's a CRM is what it's called, a client resource management system, but it doesn't stop there. I get all of my scheduling done there. No need to have all the scheduling and the Calendlies, but that's a good one if you're just starting off and you're not ready for something big like this and you have to book people for stuff. Calendly is great. Again, it's free. There's a free version and upgraded versions. But I didn't want to pay for a million things. I was paying for a million different things and it was totally like $400 a month. And I was like, fuck this shit. I need to get an all in one service. So it handles all of my CRM, client resource management. It handles all of my calendar setting up anyone who's booking a podcast with me or a discovery call with me or a client session with me, it's all there. It also gives me access to all of their funnels and all of the website forms. Because I went through Funnel Gorgeous, they're the 2 women who left ClickFunnels and not 2, Julie left ClickFunnels. I think she was like, I don't know, CFO or not CFO, CEO or vice president. I don't know what level she had there. Left that, joined up with the designer, and they came out with gorgeous feminine design with updated code. And so because I joined up with them, they give me all the templates. So when I'm designing a funnel, I'm not starting from scratch and designing that thing out myself. I get to go look at their pretty gorgeous templates and choose which one I want and uploads it right there. And I get to plug and play. I get to drag and drop. It's brilliant. So all the funnels, all the websites. I'm just telling you guys this because people have a million and one questions about this stuff. Let me just see the other bits real quick because I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, it also hosts all my coursework and all my memberships. Are you kidding me? So all the courses I have 20 different courses plus the library. It's all in there. I'm also going to be able to sign up with my app there. Um, and I think, let me see, all my conversations I get to have with people, all the opportunities I can take all my payments through there. They have all sorts of AI support, marketing, automations, all my sites, all my membership portals, all my media storage, and it just goes on and on. So I just wanted to give you a real quick look at when I say a private membership platform, like a private portal access, what does that look like? Now, there are systems for everything. I know I'm talking a bit more advanced. I talk some simple stuff, and now we're going a little bit more like, you know, for those of you that are ready, because someone on this might be ready. Yeah, let me see. I've got some questions. Just said, what was the name of that? The one I was talking about? So technically, I'm using everything that I was talking about. I'm using Go High Level, but it's white labeled through my teachers, Julie and Kathy, who launched they're the owners of Funnel Gorgeous. So they were in this very masculine bro marketing world and said, your code's old, everything's gonna crash, and these funnels are ugly AF. So the two women got together and launched their own multi-million-dollar company, and so I get it through them. So I don't sign up just with Go High Level. I go through Julie and the Funnel Gorgeous, but we get to they white label. So that means like we get access to all of it, but they're using it as a white label. Does that make sense? I'll give you the link because I have to give who else was asking me about it the other day? Laura in our group, she was asking about it. So I can give you both a background tour of what it looks like, but it's only $140 if you get the mail thing, if you have the mail service thing. Um, and like I said, I was spending $400 on all these other little things, and I was just like, "This is insane." Trying to piece together this, make this talk to this, make this talk to that, to I was like, "Nope." And I think I signed up for that in 2020, and I'm still with it. And honestly, one of my friends was like, "If I don't have that, I'm done. If I have to migrate that shit one day, I'm leaving the industry." Like, my whole world is built in there, and it will serve me forever. Like, it will Go High Level is one of, like, the best platforms to be using right now. Now let's talk Kajabi real quick. When I went to go sign up for Kajabi, is your website hosted there? Yeah, right, yes, you can do all your websites there. So, like, but also one of my web designer is going to make me a website on WordPress because he is a WordPress designer and he doesn't like what he'll be able to do on WordPress, he won't be able to do in the back end of mine. Like they give you website options, but I think you can also, you just would link up if you already have a pre-existing website, like on web WordPress, I think you just connect them. You know what I mean? It's not like you would have to migrate it over. You would make them work and talk. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm getting too confusing here, but I hope that helps. You could just start your whole new website over there if you want, but if you already had a website, you would just link it in. You would just make it talk. And my web designers, like, they love to make it on WordPress. I don't understand WordPress at all. So I'll need him to do fucking everything for me. So another one, the next point I have here is a password protected page. Let's say you're in between. Oh, I want to say something about Kajabi real quick too. Listen, I know I'm going in a fucking rabbit hole with you right now, but this is where I get the most questions. This is seriously when you have like a group full of women together, they're like, how much is Kajabi time? What does this one do? And people have questions in it. So I just like answering it and I just like helping people. Kajabi, when I went to go sign up for it, it was $150 and they only let you have 3 different membership things. I was like, I have like 10 at that point, I was like, I have like 7 or 10 things. Thank God I didn't go with Kajabi. You have to keep paying more to have access to more memberships behind the scenes. I was like, get the F out of here. So that so freaking thankful I went because they just upped their prices to 250 for like 3 membership. I have 20 courses. Okay. Now, let's say you're in between a Kajabi, a Go High Level, all of that, and you want a bit up from Zoom links and Google Drive folders. Website, password protected pages and landing pages on things like if you were gonna do your own web hosting service provider like Squarespace, There's a million of them. Wix, GoDaddy. There's so many. You build it yourself. I did this for years before I was ready to spend and build up these systems. I used Squarespace for years. I've also used Wix. I've looked at the GoDaddy stuff. If you're not ready for that because you build, again, everything has a learning curve, but I help you with this stuff. I have years of experience with this stuff. I can answer your questions fast. Get into our school, come to a Friday. Everyone gets a free session with me, a bonus session when they join the school. I will help you sort this all out. And this is for anyone who's listening to this on the replay. Okay. um, Another thing that's great. Oh, here comes Lexi. Another thing that's great is if I was starting over, there's something called Flowdesk, Flodesk. Like I am thinking right now, Ashley might like this. It's like 36 bucks a month, but it is all your email. You organize all your CRMs. You can put all your clients in, all their emails. You can send them emails. You can send them newsletters. They have templates for gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous templates for emails. But you can also host landing pages. So like Ashley, you could have a landing page. It's not on your website. It's a landing page, meaning it has a link and it's connected to your stuff. She could have one for the wilding school. She could have a landing page for her birth work. She could have a landing page for her death doula work. She could have a landing page for her shadow work that she brings people through. So she doesn't feel like she has to go get a designer right now, a web designer, have them build her out a website and do 5 million pages. She could make really gorgeous landing pages, use the templates already available. Again, it's another female-owned business. And I think that you can get it for like 36 bucks a month. If you wanted to add in the commerce, I think it goes up to 65, meaning you'd be able to do all your payments through there. You'd be able to accept money, accept payment, send invoices. I think you can do all the commerce with them for $65 a month for all that, all your email, newsletters, client resource management, giving them tags, giving them automations, sending them the welcome email because they signed up for something, forms that people can sign up. Wanna have access to my 30-page PDF on blah, 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 put your email in here, boom, they get added to your email list, and they start getting automations. You can do all that in Flowdesk. Female-owned businesses, where it's at, y'all, where it's at. So that's another example. All right, I know I have not spent 10 minutes on this, LOL, I was just supposed to spend 10 minutes on it, but people have too many questions here, and I love to answer them. Okay. I think we have a question coming in. I need a course for dummies on that. That's what I mean. That's why I'm here. And we have a private session coming up next week, I think. So that's perfect. We will and even if you have more questions, like I said, Friday is the place to come to me with all of those because we have all been there and we all help each other. And I love our school for that. Okay. So I was supposed to say that's it. That was not just it. That was 20 minutes of me going on about tech, but I bet I've answered a question for you. So you do not need, I'm reminding people, you do not need a $10,000 funnel system and coach and blah. No, you don't need a film crew. You don't need a 47 email sequence. You don't need a massive audience. Your first round of launching this, coming back to the coursework, but really what you're here to do, your first round can be small, intimate, simple. Launch first, refine later. I tell my clients this all the time. I'm like, you've got to get it out. Then you can go have a version 2.0, and no one needs to know it's a version 2.0, but you know you can edit it, or some people like to edit it along the way. Some people go, I can't make this thing. I have to make it live while I'm rolling with it. That's what I do. I agree. I don't like pre-make stuff. However, someone else would go, I would never record this live. I need to do this quietly by myself in some creative space. Absolutely. You've got to figure out how you operate. Not everything needs to be live. Not everything needs to be perfectly recorded. Hey, not everything needs to see your face. I have a teacher that I just signed up for, and she only does audio. When you buy into her systems, and they get pretty expensive, and she's got all these AI support things and it's all audio. You can't see her face. Only on her old stuff can you see her face. She said, I am done with Zoom and I am done with following a time. She goes live when it feels good. She records things when it feels good to come out of her. And she only makes it so you can listen to it like a audio player. Brilliant. Brilliant. Why should we have to see her face? We want the information she has. Mind you, I walk around with my headset on because that's how I listen to my teachers. I'm doing laundry, I'm cleaning the kitchen, I'm doing boring ass shit at the house, chop wood, carry water. I've got a teacher in my ear. Another reminder to get your workout. This call is just going to be me throwing everything at you. LOL. This was supposed to be a quick call. It is not. This one's not going to be quick because I want to throw out everything to you that I feel like you need to know. How many of you love to just have your teacher's courses on demand? Like I put these links to you. You can save these 3 links. This went up in my YouTube. This went up on my podcast. You can listen to this over and over again as many times as you want. Any of my clients get to log into the ones that are in Daydream. They have 20 courses access with me. It's March of 2026. 20 courses to do with me and 225 videos as of today in the library that have nothing to do, not nothing, but they are not the courses I just said. That's extra. And it's organized out by the top things I think entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs need. They can literally just turn me on. It doesn't matter. That sounds funny. LOL. They can turn me on too, but they can turn on my classes and listen to me and get fired up and get activated in their own path and what they're here to do. That's what I do with my teachers. Like literally, here am I. No, I'm joking. This is like these things I walk around with them because I also have toddlers that I don't want to fucking have to hear all the time in their crazy toddler shit. And I listen to my teacher and I listen to my teacher and I get right and I get to alignment. So if you don't have that, come find that. And that's what I provide. But also, I'm going to give you another layer of this. Are you that? Are you that? Are you allowing there to be a place where people can binge your work, hear from you? What if they just want to listen to you a few minutes of a day? Or they want to buy into your thing. They want to buy. This is why we're here. This is why we're talking. And if you're feeling frustrated that your work's not out there, you got to put it out there. You got to get it set up somewhere. So it doesn't have to look like me, and it doesn't have to look like Amanda Francis, and it doesn't have to look like Rebecca Campbell and whoever else. It doesn't have to look like Tony Robbins. It can look like you. It can look like all the women here. But you got to pay attention to how do you operate? Do you like to listen to podcasts? Maybe you want to run a podcast. Do you always go on YouTube and watch things on YouTube? Maybe you're on YouTube. Do you like to read blogs? Get a blog out. Are you always on TikTok? Get a TikTok. I'm not saying be on a million places. Don't choose no more than 2 to 3 platforms at a time. You will drive yourself crazy. But pay attention to how you like to learn and how you operate. It may be the same place, the same platform where you find your people. Okay. I'm scream teaching at this point, so I need to calm myself. I get so excited about this shit. Also, at this point, if you can't handle this energy, you are not going to like the school. So do not come into the school. We talk about some crazy shit in there. But if you want wild, unapologetic, authentic, badass bitches who are doing dope shit in the world, come into the school. Because we are gathering by the dozens and doing some awesome stuff. All right. Exercise. Choose your launch path. You get to ask yourself, do I want to invite 5 to 10 people into being in a live beta round? How does that feel? Do you want to pre-sell before recording? Some people need to like sell so that you know it's happening and that you know you have to do it before you actually make the thing. Do you need to record as you go? That's what I do. I record as I go. Do you need to build self-pace first? Are you like, I need to build this entire thing so I know that it's ready, so when I start talking about it and selling it, people can come in? You got to get clear on what you need. And none of this is wrong. Like none of what I'm saying right now is wrong or right. There is no wrong or right in this. It's alignment. What there is alignment. What works for you? But you got to choose one. Choose one, because we're only choosing one course right now. We're only working with one thing to bring this to life and do it. Because decision creates momentum. I talk about this a lot in the Idea Incubator. Deciding is what changes everything. When you decide, you are basically devoting. to something. You're devoting your time and energy to something. That decision is huge. It keeps you out of that one foot in either possibility, one foot in either realm type of stuff. And I don't mean that us psychics get that. We will always have like one foot in either realm. But when we're talking about doing something or not doing something, like deciding, that's where the power happens. People want manifestation to happen. They want to talk about manifestation. The best manifestors in the world decide they want something, and then they feel it, which attracts it. They're not just thinking all day and imagining exactly what they want. There are masters at that who can also just see the thing. We have one of them on here, see the thing and it happens. But most people need to decide they're doing it. Okay, let's go into pricing simplified. Now let's talk pricing. Everyone freaks out about this. Most women underprice because they think, I'm new. But remember, you are not new to your lived experience. For a first round of anything, $97 to $497 is completely reasonable, depending on depth and length. Okay? So 97 to 497, no one's going to think you're crazy. No one's going to be mad at you. That will cover the time you spend, this being maybe the first time you ever do this. This will be a great way to get some people in so that they can experience your work, and you're not doing it for free. Hey, if you need to beta test for like a 50% off, let people know you're doing it for 50%. If you need someone you know who really needs it to go through it for free just to see that you're not crazy and that it works, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. You can also do sliding scale. A lot of people do really well with sliding scale. I've done that over the years. You got to play with it. But just playing with numbers, I had to say some numbers on here because a lot of people freak out about prices. We could have just called this the whole talk today. What do people freak out about? They freak out about tech. They freak out about haters and bad negative comments. They freak out about price, right? Here we are. I'm here to help you overcome all this because it's bullshit and it's just standing in your way. All right. So I want you to ask yourself, what transformation am I delivering? And I want you to price based on outcomes, not hours. I'll say that again. Price based on outcomes, not hours. Some people, when they get into business, they want to make sure that they're getting X amount of, dollars for hours. I get it. But I don't want that to stop you. Well, I'm only $25 an hour for this. Well, I'm only $60 an hour for this. Like, no. What's the transformation people are working through? I think we have a comment coming in. I'll wait for that. Ashley, are you writing something? Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait. I'll take a sip break. Breathe. I'll take a breath in. Haven't done that in 30 minutes. You can come off mute if you want to talk too. But I know you have the baby on you. Okay, she said, one of my teachers is world known. Still does 6-week courses for 400. Really? Wow. That's amazing. Wait, can you also tell them about, you don't have to say the person's name. Oh, that's who you're talking about? Innate Traditions? Who is that?
I'll just come up. Rochelle Saliga Garcia. She focuses, like, her main focus is postpartum and infant care. She was a midwife and a birth attendant for like 20 something years, but yeah, a lot of her courses you can still get for like 44.
Yes.
Like 6-week courses, and she's on there for like, I mean, each week she's talking for like 2 hours.
Wow.
But there's like 200 people, 300 people in that class. Like she's got big numbers, probably even more. So,
I love talking pricing. I was also looking up the Great Mystery School because Isan and what's her face?
Shanti.
Shanti did that, and I was looking at it, and I was like curious what they were charging for this.
So cheap.
1144, right?
$1,440. Nick couldn't believe it. He was like, oh. With this mystery school, you get to either enter into the coven or the men's fellowship for a whole year. So in addition to the mystery school, which they meet once a week every Thursday, and you get to enter into one of the temples every Thursday. Every week, you're also either doing women's work or men's work in one of their, if you're a woman or a man, depending. And Nick was saying how he just looked up another program for another guy offering men's work, and it was triple the price for a year.
Yeah.
But they have, it's like, I feel like these teachers, they want to make themselves accessible. Like they've got hundreds of thousands of followers.
Right.
I was doing the math out. I'm like, if they get 100 people, that's like a minimum for these people, right? Like 100 people, they're taking home $36,000 from this school.
And I'll bet they'll have, did they say they pre-launched and had 155 people in, and now they're just publicly launching it, which will
Right.
be another few hundred people. So they'll make
Right.
easily
Oh my God.
six figures, multiple six figures.
Yeah, exactly. And
But
I feel like
again,
that's the same thing with Rochelle.
yeah.
Like she has such a mass following that she can still keep offering her classes at $400 because she's easily going to get 400 people in there. And I feel like their work, what they're doing, it's like, it's so deeply in their heart. Like they really want to shift something.
Yeah.
Like they're not high scaling these classes because everyday people like us wouldn't be able to invest in them and actually like learn this stuff and have it ripple out. Like that's how I see it. It's like they're trying to create a culture shift here. Like they're consciously trying to embed their work into like the collective consciousness. It's like where we're at today. I don't know. It's much easily accessible, like you said, like 97 to 497. You're gonna get people who are gonna sign up for that.
Wait, can we bring up your other teacher real quick? The older, like the crone magic woman. I don't know her name. You don't have to say her name if you want, but she did, like thousands of transformation, like thousands a weekend or something. Do you remember?
Oh, Elisa Starkweather is my teacher. She's my mentor. She does women's work around the world. She launched red tent movements out in Europe. I mean, she's $3,000 just for a weekend.
Right. And I
Yeah.
love that too. I fucking love that
Yeah.
too. Because it's like, because I don't want anyone here who's listening now, live or in replay, to feel judgment about money. I invited Ashley on so that you can hear what her and I talk about in a conversation with each other about teachers we have and things we're signing up for. Right? It's like people, what I tell people is like, you've got to get clear on your minimum and maximum of what feels aligned for you. So let's go into that real quick because I think that will help. When you're launching this course, or, I used to have masterminds. I had a $6,000 mastermind that people would sign up, and I launched it 3 times a year. I made $100,000 that year. You know what I mean? And then I had kids, LOL. And now I've made my school really accessible. It's $97 a freaking month. I mean, for people who are ready to put a little bit of money towards themselves and this vision they have, $97 will push a few people maybe, right? Or it might, be a totally accessible thing that they could stay in for a year, for 2, for 3, and continuously grow their business with me. I've had that happen, and then they come up into the mastermind with me. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they're spending $250 a month, and then, $450 a month, whatever it is, right? So that's like a nice access level point. But I want to say for the, hold on, before we get to the min and the max, some women aren't here for that big global stage and having hundreds of people come and sign up. Some people want to work with 5 people a year. So if you're just working with 5 people a year, what do you want from them? Do you want 5 people spending $10,000 a year with you? And it's this private experience they get, and they're getting your not undivided attention. There would be an offer, there would be boundaries, there would be limits, but that's all you have energy for. So I want you to really play with what we've just painted a picture here for you. Some people are here for hundreds and thousands. Some people are here for a handful. It's all needed and it's all necessary. And you have every right to charge what you want and what you're here for. Ashley just did this. I know she just, She just went off mute, but she just launched a wild, like a wild school, basically a little wild. What did you call it? I can't remember exactly the name was it. And she didn't want it to be free. I'm like, no, you don't want a bunch of toddlers coming over your fucking house and just like wrecking the whole place, and like. And I think she ended up charging 400 for it, and it's a 13-week thing. You know what I mean? And parents have to come, and she just trusted it, and she just knew it, and she just announced in our chat today with the whole school that she's filled out on both groups, both the toddler group and the little older age group. And that wild naturing, 400 for one child, 200 for additional siblings. She filled out both of the camps. She made $2,600. What, within a week? Like literally, he did all this in 1 week, maybe two. You know what I mean? And this was her first round of it. She launched it February 29th. Oh my God, Ashley. It's fucking 7 days. Something like that. Wait, February 29th. Was there a February 29th? Did we just have a leap year? LOL. February 28th? I said that too easily. That's why. Or the 28th, yeah. I'm like, did we have a leap year? LOL, she says. Anywho, she spent freaking 6 days on this, okay? She did it. Also, it dropped in. I'm saying this for her. I should not be saying this for her. It's her story to tell, but it was an idea that dropped in, and that's what I'm saying with you guys. The thing comes to you, and she took it and she ran with it. She decided in the moment. She said yes. She created the thing. She got the vision out, got it onto paper, designed a beautiful advert, wrote down the boundaries of it, set the price, felt aligned with the price, didn't want to be charged any less, didn't want to charge any more. And she sold out in 6 days and made $2,600. Fuck yeah. It's what I'm here for. Okay. I will say, after hearing that, though, that's not always how it works. Remember my story of me crying on the fucking floor? Oh, I don't know if you guys heard this, but me, like the first course I ever launched, it was for the Triple Goddess back in 2016. And I thought like 30 women would sign up for $33 and I'd make $1,000 and I'd be so proud. And then 3 women signed up and I made 100. And I cried. I literally just cried like 2 hours before the event. And I was like, because I was like, goddess, you asked me to do the thing. I did the fucking thing. Where are the people? And I just had to like have that meltdown and I had to have it out. And I got up, I dusted myself off, I put on my makeup, and I showed the fuck up for that course. Now look at me, 10 years now later, I've designed over 50 courses. I've had over 5 to 6 different massive movements in local and global communities. I'm launching a book, like, had to start somewhere. I dusted myself off in the same way I have to keep dusting myself off in launches nowadays, or when I'm designing an app, or when I'm talking to my editor about the book. Dust yourself off and get the fuck back up out there. Right? No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to come pounding on your door for your work, especially if they don't even know what you're doing. All right. So let's do the min and max real quick. I love how this call was supposed to be quick. Oh my God. I'm throwing everything I got at you. Not everything, but a lot of good help. Min and max. When you're designing this course, I want you to say, what is the minimum I would accept from this per person, or maybe like total? Like if you're just thinking like total for the project, or you're thinking per person, what's the minimum I expect for this? I couldn't do it for anything less. And then you go, what's like the most I would charge for this? And that's where you're like, oh, you wouldn't want to choose a number that you don't feel solid in or that you don't feel comfortable in, right? Because then it won't sell. So if it's too low or if it's too high, it won't sell. You got to find the right in between. Okay. All right. Woo! Let's shift into possibility. This is next. So now I want you to imagine this. It's 60 days from now. Your program has run. You've helped real humans move through your process. You have testimonials because we're going to collect those, right? You have proof because we're going to listen to the stories people are telling us and we're going to write those things down. You have momentum. How does that feel? This is not hypothetical. This is available. We just demonstrated with Ashley's story how fast that can go, right? So I want to now invite you into a next step. If you're feeling like, I loved everything here, but now I need help. This was great, but where do I go next? Like, what do I work on next? I want you to know that you can absolutely take what you've built in these last 3 days, work it out, journal it out, keep digging, keep playing. Like, I've given you enough to go and run with and go figure it out on your own. And some of you will, but many of you, no, structure is easier with support. All the support that I have been demonstrating in the last few days that I have for you, whether it's a template I have, a course I have, something in the school, a workbook on this, or live coaching with me. You know that momentum is stronger with accountability. How many of you know this was great, but now I need someone to light a fire under my ass on a regular basis and have to check in with and have accountability with? Or if you know that launches happen faster inside containers, if you see that people who enter into containers actually make things happen. Ashley, weren't you saying that? I think you were saying that on one of our other calls. She was like, as literally she signed up for Daydream Business School, and then what happened, Ashley? Were you saying that you sold out? Something happened. You signed up for the school, and then like within a day, your stuff started selling? Oh, let me see where she is. I think she's with her baby, so she can't come to it now. But I think she like sold a bunch of spot like she literally signed up and then money started to come in. Right, and I'm not saying that that happens to everyone, but that does happen a lot when you come into let me see, she said, "Yeah, sold out of Wild School within 5 days." Guys, this was right after she signed up for here, and she jumped in. She has not been lying around. She has listened to everything in the success pathway. She jumped in and watched the orientation call. Actually, first she filled out all her orientation questions, she got right in, then listened to the orientation call, got acclimated and situated in the school, then she dove right in for the success pathway, which are really fun, short 10 to 15-minute videos I give you to get you set up and on a path immediately building out a business map. And now with her orientation questions, I think we've decided her going into Beyond the Blueprint, which is a 10-week system I created that helps you build out the back end and front end of your business strategically and energetically. She said, success pathway got me so clear. Oh, I love hearing that. Thank you so much. Okay. So launches happen faster when you're in containers, when you have teachers, when you're in that energy. This is why I still buy from teachers. I just signed up for an $1,100 thing with one of my teachers that I've been waiting a year for. And I already gave her like $1,000. So I got a coupon with it. So it was like a $2,000 program, basically. I just signed up for another few $100s with another teacher. I love to learn. I like to be in the energy of teachers and people who have done the damn thing. There's power to it. There's energy. There's momentum in there. So, and that is exactly the reason why I created Launch Your Course, right? So this is a new course I'm creating, but it is based on 10 years of me helping people launch their courses, okay? This is about how to build, host, and launch your signature course or program in just 6 weeks. This is not theory. This is not implementation inside this 6-week container. And we're not going to be on a weekly basis. I'm going to let people know when I'm recording these. I'm going to be fitting this in over the next few weeks, and I'll let people know when I'm going live if they want to be part of it. And if not, the replays will just be in there. But I haven't recorded it yet. I record as I go. I'm the type of person. What we are going to be doing is finalizing and refining your framework. It will not be loose. It will not be fluffy. It will not be cloudy, let's say. You will be very clear about what we're doing and what your framework looks like. We're going to build out your full curriculum together. I'm going to be able to go nitty gritty in there with you. You are going to be able to choose and set up your hosting platform. So we will make decisions on where this is going to live. You will be able to record your lessons and get that done within those 6 weeks. You will be able to package your offer and see what that looks like. What does your offer stack look like? What do your bonuses look like? What's a price that feels good for you? You're going to be able to set your pricing. You're going to be able to create a launch plan and what that looks like. Again, I'm obsessed with launch pads and launch runways. What will this look like for you? What type of a launch are you? Like, what type of launches do you like to have? Are you a everyday sell person? Are you a big launch excited energy, big burst person? I help you with all of that. I will be able to help you with open enrollment and getting people, the first few people in there. You will not leave with just another online, another outline, another template. You will leave. The whole point is for you to have access to a launched course. And this matters because right now you're at a fork in the road. You can let this go back in your notes app and say this was a fun experience and you got some Jayme Gray energy for 3 days. And you can totally just go off on your own and design your thing. You have every right to go do that. Or you can decide that this is the year your work leaves your head. Who needs to hear that? So if something in you has been waiting, if something in you knows you're ready, if something in you knows you're tired of sitting on your medicine, this is your next step, right? So enrollment for Launch Your Course is now open. We will begin soon. Spots are I will only be able to handle so many people hands-on. You're gonna have access to me via email the whole time to run things by me, and I'm going to be giving you the special link for our Friday calls so that you can come on and hash it out with me. You can get into my hot seat, you can come for the Q&A, and you actually get me as your coach real time on Fridays. That's our school strategy and support calls on Fridays. Our schedule is very feminine. It goes as this: 3 weeks on, 1 week off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off. We cycle with the lunar calendar. Usually the new moon week is off. So you will get access to that during the recording months of this. It may take me 2 months to eventually get this out. You would have access to that. So I will get a link in the replay for you on that. And whether you join us or not, I want you to know, I want you to remember something. Your lived experience is not random, it is earned. And if it changed you, it can change someone else. You are closer than you think. I'm so proud of what you've been able to come through and sit with in just 3 days. I hope you can see that already in 3 days with, in my energy and in this group and hearing from these women, you know, how much you've changed in that time. How much were you able to shift an identity on what you're here to do, what you're here to provide, how, you know, prepared you are to get your work out into the world. And I hope that you go get support that you need to fully bring this into the world. So I hope you feel more empowered after this 3-day experience. I hope you feel capable. I hope you feel ready and seen. I hope you feel invited and not pressured, but I move on. I move fast and I fucking go. And if you want to be part of this rocket ship energy that I have, let's go. All right. So I am still gonna be open for Q&A. So I am going to end this recording right here and we will be open for anyone who needs help with this. Again, the Q&A will be recording in the school only. I didn't talk about the school here just after that invitation, but also if you want launch your course, but you also want the school, you get it inside the school. I didn't tell you the price. Oh my God, hello. The price for just launch your course is $444. All right. But you can get the school for $97 a month. So if you want all of it, this is the 20th course I've created in there. You can get all of my courses, plus the entire library of 225 videos, plus me on Fridays for just $97 a month. If you wanted to be bumped up, if you're an established business owner, if you've been around the block, if you've made money, if you have an audience, if you have offers, and now you're ready to take things to the next level, you can come into our Take It to the Next Level mastermind. That's $247 a month. So you get me on Tuesdays as well. On Tuesdays, only the mastermind women gather, right? And they all have these projects they're behind to take things to the next level, to make more money, to increase their monthly recurring revenue, whatever it is, to get them on stages, to get a book project out of them. They've got a lot of things going on, but they're already established and they're taking it to the next level. So they get me coaching them and the whole group every Tuesday. If you want privates on top of that, everything included, the whole school, plus the mastermind, plus privates with me, that sits at $447. All right. That would be one private session with me every month for a year. That's all you need. You don't need any more than one session with me a month. I will fire hose you with what to do. Ask my clients in here. They know exactly what to do. We build out their business map for the year and then we take it and work with it month by month. They know exactly what they need to do for the entire month before they talk to me again. If you want the medium package, let's say if you don't want the medium package, let's say if you're like, I want the school, but I want privates with you, reach out to me, just email me back. I'll be able to tack on a little bit more to the school, that will support that difference, so you could also have privates with me. All right. I'm gonna end this recording and get going on the Q&A to help these ladies finish off this day, this 3-day event. Thank you so much for coming. I hope we see you in Launch Your Course, but I really hope we see you in Daydream Business School so we can get your work out of your mind and into the world. All right, we will see you for the next event. Bye.